what's up guys? Rackley here, bringing to you some Black Myth Wukong. Now this has been a very and highly anticipated game based off the Chinese folklore of Sun Wukong. Very excited to play this game. You know, obviously I do have a journey already started just to kind of get our feet wet. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's start a new journey here, and let's dive right in. Now we'll go ahead. We are going to watch cutscenes and everything for you guys, so that way you guys can see what I have seen of this beautiful masterpiece so far. I love it so far. Combat's great. The capabilities that you have are pretty cool with the spells and all that. But yeah, you'll see here shortly. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch this cutscene. Boom. Look at that. Could you imagine being in that situation? I certainly couldn't. But I guess if I was Sun Wukong himself, it'd be a different story.
My master. Safe. The scriptures. Sound. All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me, to obey and serve once more. I understand that too. But what I don't understand is... you bastards killing my kind!
Pretty cool looking dog.
Stay back, stupid dog. Mark this. He's not just any monkey. He's a monkey of merit. A monkey was made Buddha once.
That's right.
None other than me can challenge him to a duel. Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting someone I've bested before. Here's my offer. If you lose, I'll take you to the Celestial Court. They will stay and level your mountain. But if I lose, I shall certainly take revenge, and they will level your mountain nonetheless. How tragic would that be, huh? You are one of the court, We don't need to resort to violence. How about you bend the knees, admit the wrongs, and we can put this behind us.
All these years, except for that pig, you're the one who talks the tallest tales. Good, I am entertained. Speaking of entertainment, wouldn't it be fun if I pluck your extra eye out for my snack and allow you to keep the other two? Because I'd hate to let you miss how I'll slaughter each mongrel of the court. Those below, those above, and that black mutt of yours. Come at me, all of you.
Pretty amazing opening cutscene. Now, this is basically just to teach you the basics, the tutorial. You know, you got the lock on here. Right stick. Light attack is going to be with square. Pretty simple stuff. That little, the R2s over there on the right-hand side, those are actually spells that you can use. So for example, R2 and square is your immobilize. It leaves him immobilized. It's a pretty cool mechanic to go ahead and get you some real quick and nice damage with your light attacks. It's telling me to do a heavy attack, so I typically like to do the jumping heavy, which is X to jump, and triangle. Now that's also if you're on PlayStation, which I guess you would be since this doesn't come out for Xbox for quite some time. Get another little cutscene here once you get into a certain amount of health. I would say about 75%. Pretty awesome block right there.
The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea how many would give their everything for immortality?
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
And back to fighting where are. Now these dodges, I'm just pressing circle to go ahead and dodge. Now if you, there's a timing window right there. You see that? How I left like a little bit of a clone right there? That's because I did a perfect dodge. So, perfect dodge gives you ample time to get some damage in, as well as later on in the game, there's going to be stuff that you can unlock to where when you perfect dodge, your clones and all that stuff, I think is what they're called maybe, or I guess specters of yourself, they actually can deal damage, you know, they can explode, so pretty cool. Down at the bottom right, you see those little circles along with my stance there. Now those circles are focus points. Each focus point that you have allows you to do a certain skill. Now those skills being your R2 skills, or for example, if I'm doing a combo and I hit triangle, it uses a focus point, or all that I have, to go ahead and do an attack that is after your light combo, which is pretty cool. Does some pretty hefty damage there. So let's go ahead and go over the other spells here. Now, you see the Pluck of Many. We'll go ahead and use that. That's actually going to summon clones. Pretty freaking sweet. And your clones just basically go ham on him with you. Pretty cool stuff. So we'll get pretty much, I believe this is the last cutscene. But we'll go ahead and take a look.
The Celestial Court welcomed you, foul monkey, yet you remain untamed. None shall save you now.
Dear brother, your edge needs honing. Good. I was in need of a back scratcher.
Oh, I was mistaken. Looks like we have another one, which is cool because we do have one more spell that we can go ahead and use. That's going to be the Rock Solid. Now, Rock Solid's awesome because it's going to be your parry mechanic. So there's no blocking or anything in this game from what I've seen so far. It's just basically this L2 attack, which if there's projectiles and all that, it does block projectiles. It can stagger enemies with those projectiles. So it's a pretty cool mechanic. I enjoy it. Now let's go ahead and use the Rock Solid. Let's let them hit us here. And you just power up. It'll turn you rock solid. And if he hits you while you're solid, it can stagger him. Pretty good for getting some extra damage in. Your skills will replenish over time. For example, you see we have our immobilize back, and we also have our rock solid back. Go ahead and immobilize him, get some quick damage in. Full combo. And now I like to use a jumping heavy. Use up some of those focus points. But at this point, you know, this is just a tutorial, very beginning, kind of like how you would see in your Soul series, except it's not kind of like how you're supposed to die type thing. Just basically fighting this guy, getting him down to a specific point to initiate specific parts of this first cutscene. This game looks amazing. Now, I could be mistaken, but I did hear that Goku was also inspired by some Wukong. You guys could definitely let me know if I'm wrong there. But I thought that was a pretty cool piece of information. Did not know that. For you Dragon Ball Z fans out there. And big man down. And of course, everyone else gets a little bit upset.
Foul monkey! Taste my axe!
Not our mountain.
Rat! You call that a deal?
Yeah.
The glare up here is dazzling. Fight me in the woods if you have the guts.
So cool, man. Sun Wukong down.
And so ends the last tale of Sun Wukong. A hero who treasured his freedom above all else.
Oh, that's right. It's Sun
Buddhahood
Wukong.
he attained, yes.
I apologize.
But cumbersome, he found the celestial rules.
Probably should be
For he
lore
yearned
accurate
to come back
for a lore
and
accurate
to
game.
revel in the simple joys with us. Little did he know, his choice to forgo the life above only fueled their mistrust. This stone has stood for countless days on the mountain. Since my youth, they've said that his remains lie within it.
Characters look awesome. Did a good job.
Unbegotten, undying. Such is the nature of a stone monkey. Though his body was broken, his spirit endures. Into 6 relics he turned, and separately they escaped, choosing to stay hidden. Those are the six senses of the great sage. Yet no one has ever seen them, not in centuries. I'm old now. Venture through all the lands I cannot. Yet among you, there might be one who is destined. One that shall recover all his scattered relics. And upon the return of the relics to Mount Tuaguo, he may yet rise again.
And there we are. Black Myth Wukong. Beautiful landscape. So one thing about this game, I just think, from first impression, it looks beautiful. Here we go, Chapter 1, Black Cloud, Red Fire. Let's see, what are we looking at time? 16 minutes? Okay, perfect. I'm planning on making these episodes maybe about 30 minutes long. Should be good length, I believe. Get a lot of content in within that 30 minutes. I could push it a little bit longer because some of these cutscenes, as you guys can tell already, are pretty lengthy, and I definitely want to be able to get some of the content for you guys in the videos as well. So we'll just play it by ear. You guys can also let me know how you guys feel in the comments, and we can go from there too.
Well, luck's around the corner. Seems like he just fell from a fruit tree here.
Perfect timing. This Peach knew I needed a snack.
Dad, fool me. I'll make sure you regret it.
All right, so our first taste of combat since our death. So same thing, just locking on, hit right stick, and you can shift it over to the right or to the left, whichever the enemies are. You can see the icon switching between the two. Pretty simple. Squares to go ahead and light attack. So now this game, the way you upgrade your skills is you get what's called will. Now wills received from defeating enemies, bosses, as well as you'll see little green balls of light that you can absorb, and those will also give you some will. And now once you get a certain amount of will, you can use those to gain skill points to then level up your character. You can see in the top right there that shows my level. I am a level 1, and it shows you the amount of will that you receive as well. You saw that was plus 32. Overall, this game is, how should I say this? It's not very helpful in the ways of navigation. There's no map, so it's kind of on you to do the exploring and to kind of figure your way out. Now, I don't know if this is correct, but there are these little meditation circles. When we come across them, you can sit and meditate. Now, those may show an insight as to where you're supposed to go. I haven't figured it or confirmed that yet. So yeah, but I'll let you guys know kind of what I see when we get there. Charged heavy, you can go ahead and charge your heavy attack with triangle. And you see that's how you know it's charged, when it does that little flash. Let it go and boom. All right, tiny piece of gold that is used. You can sell it to gain will. So if you're short on a level or you need something to get you that little bit of boost, you can go ahead and pop those, sell those. Now you can see this little line here. It's almost like how a grace line is in Elden Ring, if you've played Elden Ring. But this all navigates you to the next shrine here. Now, let's go ahead. We'll take a look here. Meet a character here.
Waiting for, pluck your hair and make an offer. I, the keeper of Blackwind Mountain, have long been waiting for your arrival. Ah, his spitting image, I'd say.
Kind of looks like a potato with all the sprouts coming from him, right?
Up ahead is Guan Yin Temple. Once it was bustling with worshippers, before it was ruined by that fire. Then the temple was rebuilt. What good is it to rebuild a temple if the goodwill of men has been burned to ashes? You've forgotten this place, but they haven't forgotten you. That's a tough one. Good luck to you.
Looks like we're gonna make some friends. All right. Incense Trail Talisman. All right, so basically this is kind of like the homeward bone of Wukong. You basically use this talisman to travel back to the last Keeper Shrine. So useful in certain situations. I haven't found a use for it yet. Then again, I haven't played through all of the game yet, so it's going to be an experience for all of us. Personally, I don't like seeing red dots or anything portraying new things on my screen. That's just me. I like to go through them. Get them off my screen. But basically here the portraits are telling you about the different types of enemies that we've encountered. Wolf Scout and the Wolf Sworn Sword. The only two we've encountered so far. Scrolling over here, this was the tiny piece of gold that I was talking about. Basically you trade it in at a shrine, you can sell it, which I believe, if I go back to this shrine, I should be able to sell it. I can kind of show you guys that. You can rest here if it refills your health and all that, just how a typical bonfire or anything would in a Dark Souls game. Travel, once we unlock more of these Keeper Shrines, you can travel between each Keeper Shrine. Now, this Trailblazer's Gift, this is basically if you got the Deluxe Edition, you get all these pre-orders. Go ahead and collect those. I won't use them just because for those of you who have not gotten the Deluxe Edition, it would not be fair. So I can go ahead and kind of set those aside, but that's where you receive those gifts if you did get the Deluxe Edition. Now, unfortunately, we can't sell here yet, but that's what you would do. There would be a sell option or a buy option. You can sell those tiny masks for gold there. All right, so pushing forward. Looks like we got a couple more enemies here. Not too difficult. That stone spirit is a crafting material. I believe it's used to craft weapons. Yep, it's Spirit of the Rocks. This material can be used in crafting weapons. So it's a basic crafting material. You can get more, I guess, upgraded or heavy-duty ones down the road. Force of the Wolves. Really like the character design. This one's got a big axe. Will do a little bit more damage, but he is a bit slower with his slings, as you can see. I just like to work on getting behind him, get some quick attacks in. Alright, now these are, you can gather materials here for crafting as well, for medicines and other things. So whenever you see these, you can definitely go ahead and pick them up, but do be cautious because later in the game, those can be enemies that are faking as gathering or crafting materials, so be cautious. Alright, making our way down here. Alright, looks that is a mini-boss. Which to me means progression, so I like to go ahead and explore the other areas around. Well, he didn't want to fight us, now did he? Right here, you can gather this. It'll give you a key item. The Skanda of Form, I believe is how you pronounce it. Now looking at it, basically whenever you get an item like that, it's going to be over here in your inventory. Now that specifically is going to be a key item. So it looks like man shrinks at odor but smiles at beauty, which is only natural. Once hidden inside the Buddha's head, this treasure has a secret yet to be revealed. Now I have not found the location to use this item yet. I'm sure we will get there eventually. As we will be learning together. And there's that mushroom that we picked up, the purple lychee, I believe. Once again, just getting rid of all these red dots here. We've encountered a wolf soldier and a wolf stalwart. This guy with the big axe here. You get a little picture there, as well as a little bit of lore here if you wanted to go ahead and hit triangle, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely someone that likes to read through the lore of things. This game definitely has a lot of lore that comes along with it, so it's very exciting for someone like me. Equipment here is where you can equip different types of items and stuff right here. Don't worry about it yet. We'll get that a little bit later. But right here's your staff. This is the bronze cloud staff that you get for the pre-order. So if you have that, go ahead and throw that on. But pretty soon you'll be able to get an upgraded staff that's going to be better than this one anyway. Right here you do have the headgear. Pretty cool. You can equip a piece of headgear. You can equip some body armor. It looks pretty cool. That's the one thing about the armor in this game. It looks so cool. I love it. Same thing, you got the arms here as well as the legs. You can kind of see over to the side. You can hit details. It'll kind of show you what it does for you over the basic attributes on the left hand side there. Also, I believe if you throw on multiple pieces of a gear set, you do get the set bonus, and it looks like moderately increases the will gained from defeating enemies. So that's pretty cool. Over here you have the self-advance. This is how you level up. Now you do have the ability side over here. The unawakened sign over on the right-hand side of it, that's where you get spells. Now those will be come in handy. Like I said in the tutorial boss that we were fighting, you saw those spells: the immobilize, rock solid, as well as the clones. Those are all going to be over on the right hand side when you discover them. Here you just have the foundation. You have your stamina, your survival, your health, and your vigor. Excuse me. Health and stamina, I should say. Right here is pretty cool. That's that staff spin, that block that I was telling you about, the L2. You can go ahead and use that to block incoming arrows, as you can see there. And right here you have your stamina, your endurance, cost of sprinting, cost of dodging. So definitely some pretty cool things. And then over here you have your staff stances. So different stances allow you to do different things. Obviously we don't have access to these yet, as that's level 5 and level 20. But right now we have the smash stance, which is pretty cool. That's that counter flow where you're doing the light attacks, and if you have that focus point, you hit that heavy attack, the triangle, and it does that big slam, kind of how we showcased in the tutorial fight. So yeah, kind of little things over here. Over here on the left-hand side, the focused attack. As you upgrade these here, you'll get more focus points. Because as you can see right now, if it'll pop up here, down at the bottom right, we only have one focus point, one circle there. So as you play along, get more skills unlocked. That'll go up. We will continue down here. Pretty sure we're looking pretty good on time. Got about 28 minutes. I will push it a little bit further because we did have a couple cutscenes here. All right, cool. So right there is a spark. You can use a spark to self-advance or upgrade. Right now I'm going to go ahead and work on my stamina section here. Kind of looking through here and playing a little bit that I have. I feel like this is probably a really good tree to start out with. So we'll just go ahead and reduce the cost of dodging, since the majority of the time we're going to be evading and dodging to begin with. So it's never a bad thing to go ahead and reduce the amount of stamina it takes to dodge. Be careful of these guys. Back away, they will explode, dealing poison damage if you stand by them. So definitely want to try and avoid that. Got Jade Lotus. And continuing on through here. Do have another enemy. Now, majority of the enemies in this game are going to be able to poise through your attacks and damage you through combos. So be very careful on just mashing light attacks, because that could come back to bite you in the booty. Okay, perfect. So right here, that's actually the green ball that I was talking about of will. Just hit R2 and you'll use your gourd to gather it. And there you go. We got 18 will from that. Alright, so running back along here, I believe that's the last of this area. And then we'll go back and fight that boss. Little mini boss. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and grab these as well. I believe that's pronounced Gentian? Gentian? I don't know. One of the two. I'm sure I will be corrected in the comments. That's where that little animal jumped. That rat or wolf can't go down there. I don't know if he ever can. So, but I think he was kind of just pointing us to this little head here to get that key item. Alright. Go ahead and top off my heals. To go ahead and heal and use your gourd, it's going to be the L1 button. Keep that in mind. Alright, the Bullguard. See, poise through my attack. But these things pretty slow. Just be cautious. You will have a 3 attack slam. Should be pretty easy to dodge. Just make sure to get behind them. I like to dodge right. It's just my preference. I always try and dodge towards the blade of the enemy. Or of his weapon, I should say. Yeah, he has a grab attack. And there you have it. Saved by the keeper himself. Mr. Potato Head.
It's been a while, but the
super cool looking boss.
spell still works like a charm. Since you hail from Mount Huaguo, it won't hurt to teach you a handy trick. Now, here we go. Give me your hand.
Alright, now there is our first spell, Immobilize. Kind of showcased a little bit in the tutorial fight. That is the R2 and square to go ahead and immobilize. Now, that's exactly what he did to the bull, and he's immobilized right now.
Point your finger at them and release this spell. You'll be able to hold them in place while giving yourself a breather. Sadly, mine is but a humble trick.
Definitely a great spell to use to get in some quick damage, or if you're needing some health or a heal, definitely use that to give you some breathing space to heal.
Anyway, just consider it an ace up your sleeve. No! The Yaoguais these days know no manners. Fear not.
They sure don't.
With your new spell.
There we go. Let's get an immobilizer in there. Boom. Jumping heavy. Whenever you have that focus point, I typically like to use it for my heavy attack if I have enough. I really don't use the Y after the attacks, just because it's not my playstyle. I typically like to use big, heavy attacks, and it's probably bad because I should use it because it is pretty potent. So maybe we'll start using that a little bit more. Alright, so yeah, this is basically giving you a tutorial on that self-advancing and the sparks, which kind of went over a little bit. But we do have another one, I believe, that we just received. Oh yeah, down here, I believe it's pronounced Curio. A little bit kind of like talisman type things or amulets. This one increases movement speed. Go ahead and throw that one on. And self-advance, we do have a spark. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the next agility. All right, now over here, I always like to start out with that. Then over here, I'll work on this survival, and we'll get the robust constitution as well as the rampant vigor for stamina and health. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Great little introductory to Sun Wukong. So far, so good, and I will go ahead and catch you guys in the next one.